You've surely noticed how your beloved cat changes when clouds gather outside the window. The air becomes heavy, the sky darkens, and the first drop of rain is about to fall. Your usually calm and affectionate pet suddenly becomes a shadow of its former self. It hides under the bed, looks around anxiously, or conversely, becomes unusually clingy. What is really going on in its little head? We are used to thinking of a thunderstorm as a simple natural phenomenon, but for a cat, it's a barrage of incomprehensible and frightening signals. It's not just a loud noise, it's something much more that touches the very depths of its being. So why do our fearless domestic predators turn into scared balls of fur during a storm? The answer lies in their unique biology, which we often don't even suspect. The thing is, cats perceive the world completely differently than we do. Their senses are true superpowers. Imagine hearing that is 3 times sharper than a human's. They can pick up ultrasonic frequencies that are absolute silence to our ears. Therefore, a clap of thunder for a cat is not just a rumble, but a deafening cacophony full of high, piercing notes. But that's not even the most surprising part. Cats are living barometers. Their inner ear is incredibly sensitive to changes in atmospheric pressure. Long before we see the first flash of lightning, a cat already feels that something is wrong with the air. This sensation is akin to how we feel pressure in our ears during airplane takeoff, only dozens of times stronger and more alarming. And this is where ancient instincts come into play. They inherited this heightened sensitivity from their wild ancestors, for whom a sudden storm meant mortal danger. The survival instinct screams at them, "Find shelter, hide!" Therefore, the most logical action for a cat is to find a small, dark, and enclosed space. Your bathroom, a closet, or the space under the sofa becomes a life-saving cave for it. But why these specific places? It's simple. In a confined space, sounds are muffled, and the feeling of security increases. It's similar to how we used to hide under the blanket from monsters at night as children. A box or a closet is a cat's personal fortress where it can wait out the attack of an incomprehensible and formidable element. This is not cowardice, but a wise survival strategy honed over millennia of evolution. However, there are other, less obvious reasons for this behavior. You've probably noticed that the air seems to crackle before a thunderstorm. This is static electricity that accumulates in the atmosphere. We barely feel it, but for a cat's fur, it's real torture. Small, unpleasant discharges can run through its entire body, causing discomfort and even pain. The desire to hide, in this case, is also an attempt to avoid these unpleasant sensations. And what does its body language tell us at this moment? When a cat is frightened, its whole body becomes one big alarm signal. Its ears are pressed tightly to its head, its pupils are dilated to the maximum to catch the slightest movement in the dark. The tail may be tucked under the body, or conversely, twitch nervously. Some cats start making low, guttural sounds, signaling their stress. Being able to read these signs is the key to understanding its state. But what if we're getting it all wrong? There's a common myth that cats are just being moody or trying to get attention during a thunderstorm. This is a dangerous misconception. Their fear is absolutely real and has solid physiological and instinctive reasons behind it. By ignoring it, we risk undermining the trust that has been built over years. After all, at this moment, your pet needs support more than ever. Imagine being terrified of something, and the person closest to you laughs and says you're making it all up. That would be hurtful, wouldn't it? A cat feels the same way. Its behavior is not manipulation, but a cry for help. And our reaction to this cry determines who we are in its eyes, a reliable protector or an incomprehensible and unpredictable being. So how can we become a pillar of support for it during this difficult time? The most important thing is to remain calm. Cats are very sensitive to our emotions, and if you are nervous, your anxiety will be transmitted to it. Speak to it in a quiet, gentle voice. Do not try to force it out of its hiding place. It's better to create a safe nest for it. Put its favorite blanket in a closet or in the cat house where it likes to hide. You can even just sit nearby in silence. Your calm presence is a powerful signal to the cat. Everything is okay. I'm here. I will protect you. For some cats, distraction helps. If it's not too scared, you can try playing with a quiet toy. This will help shift its attention from the frightening sounds to something pleasant and familiar. This care will not go unnoticed. But have you ever wondered where this reverent attitude towards animal behavior during a storm came from? For centuries, people have closely watched animals, seeing omens in their behavior. In ancient times, a thunderstorm was considered a manifestation of the gods' anger, and if a cat hid, it was seen as a bad sign. Sailors, for example, took cats on voyages not only to combat rodents, but also as living barometers. It was believed that if a cat became restless, a storm was coming soon. These ancient superstitions and observations show that people have always understood that animals feel nature much more keenly than we do. Today, we can explain this from a scientific point of view, but the mysterious aura around a cat's intuition still remains. And perhaps it is this mystery that makes our bond with them so special and deep. So, a cat's strange behavior during a thunderstorm is not a whim or a quirk. It is a complex cocktail of heightened senses that turn the storm into a deafening and unpleasant event, and ancient instincts that command it to seek safety in a shelter. Your cat is not trying to anger you. It is simply trusting its nature. And how do your pets behave during a thunderstorm? Do they hide in the closet, seek your protection, or perhaps watch the window with curiosity? Share your stories in the comments. We would be very interested to read them. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on new cat mysteries. Next time, we'll talk about an equally mysterious phenomenon. Have you ever noticed your cat staring for a long time at a single spot where there seems to be nothing? Get ready. We will try to peer into a world that is visible only to them.